Republican continue from Kentucky to help take the conservative message to Washington. But I hope you all
as chair of the Education Committee, obviously I serve a role a little broader than just the 7 counties, includes about 120 of them, and I rejoice in my efforts there and the successes that I feel like we're having as it relates to education, and we continue to work hard, and I could talk a long time about things we have done this session early on and will be doing before it's over, but I'll spare you with that because you have so many great speakers that will follow me.
But the fact that we have so many people here is a real tribute to our party, to our candidates for the United States Senate, and for the Republican Party itself. And I want to thank you all for all that you do to espouse the principles that we believe in.
We are challenging some very entrenched Democrats, and quite frankly, we've recruited people who can defeat them in November, and we're going to. But more exciting, you're going to hear from 2 individuals in a moment who are trying to gain seats in the Kentucky House of Representatives. I've never seen a candidate recruitment cycle like we've seen in 2010. We are challenging 66%, 2/3 of all the Democrat-held seats in the Kentucky State House. Republicans are running to send them home.
In a race like this, it doesn't take someone with a lot of age to see their problems facing this state. We've got to worry about job creation. By that, I don't mean slot machine technicians. We've got to create real jobs, real industry, and move Kentucky forward. We have so much potential with our natural resources and with the great people of this state that we can move Kentucky well into the 21st century and beyond. We can be a leader in this nation as far as energy production, crop production, and industry. I hope to have your vote this November because I want to make these things happen. Thank you.
We decided after much discussion, much prayer at the end of last year that we're going to run for this seat. I sat on the sidelines for long enough. I felt like it was time to give back to the district that had been so good to quite honestly both of us. And I was told early on that the 6th district has never sent a Republican to Frankfort. And I'm here tonight to tell you that if the land of Teddy Kennedy can send a Republican to Washington, there's no reason why the 6th District of Kentucky can't send one to Frankfort. So, thank you very much.
It is great to be back here. I want to acknowledge the Murray State College Republicans, not just because they're wearing my sticker, so that is great, but they are a phenomenal presence on campus here. And I really, let's give them a round of applause for everything they do to promote us. And it's the next generation right here. And here's an idea for Washington. Just spend less. If you were to encapsulate why I'm running and what I hope to accomplish when I get up in Washington, if I'm fortunate enough to be your next United States Senator, that's exactly what I hope to do. And it's actually what we've been working on in Frankfort. I'm now in my 7th year as Secretary of State. And our spending is actually 15% lower than it was when I got there. And instead of just cutting and slashing, we actually worked on everything that we do to not only be more efficient, but to be better at it. So we've done more with less. And I look and see Washington, we never ask them to do that. We just give them an 8 or 10% increase and move forward. And we cannot afford to do that anymore. And in our office, we cut employees. We got rid of bureaucrats. We cut office space. I even got rid of my BlackBerry. We cut everything that we could to bring our costs in line. And I think we need more of that in Washington.
Mr. Obama, we don't owe any nation an apology. You see, each and every one of you are kings and queens of this nation. You represent the sovereign body of our country. You are the royalty of America. You don't bow down to politicians. You don't bow down to world leaders. You only bow down to the will and authority of God.
I'm not the kind who will pander. I'm not the kind who will not tell the truth. I'm very proud of them for a very specific reason. Congressman Whitfield and Senator Bunning had the courage to stand up when many Republicans did not stand up, but they had the courage to stand up and vote against a horrible piece of legislation, which was the bank bailout, and I think we should give them a round of applause for that. Our platform says we don't bail out private businesses. It's not in our platform, and it's an important part of our platform. It's a big part of our platform. Much less own businesses. With the bank bailout, for the first time, the federal government is now owning significant chunks of business. That's not in our message. That's not in our platform. That's what primaries are about. You're choosing who your next leaders will be, and I think it's an important issue.
To say thank you so much from the Calloway County Republican Party for coming out tonight and sharing this time to hear these gentlemen here tonight. We have 3 great candidates, and I really, really think that we're on track to bring back a Republican and to have a great representation there in Washington again. Thank you again for coming tonight, and good night.